ever happened to you that you went to a restaurant with your friends, and when you're supposed to pay a bill, nobody has exact change, so you pay the whole bill, hoping that your friends will pay you back, but it never happens, right? So if it ever happened to you, this is what you do to your friends. When you see them at Instant Messenger. So this is a system called Obopay, actually, using which you can actually send money to your friends or to a merchant or whoever you like through a text message. And in this presentation, I'll talk about how it works, how it's structured, and what impact it can have in our society. So before I even get to the system, so this is another slide where, so this is the description of what's really happened. This is your phone.
Use your finger.
Okay, got it. So this is your phone. This is you define the phone number where the money should go. This is the money. This is the subject, and this is your friend who gets SMS and he can get money to that. So that's as simple as that. So before I even get to talk about Obopay, I want to talk about why mobile payments. Why worry about that? Rodrigo's right. So people are using debit card a lot these days. There's 20% increase of using debit card every year as opposed to carrying cash. 50% of US consumers say that they carry less than $40 at any given time, and 80% of them tell that they want to carry less than that. Okay, so there is a social change in terms of how you carry money, and then there is a social upheaval in terms of the cell phone. So there are currently 2 billion cell phone subscribers in the world, and the number that is increasing every day, right?
So the next billion is the third billion, not the second billion. In financial services, it's the second billion. There's only 1 billion bank people in the world. There's 2 billion cell phone users.
Yeah, for cell phones, I think we're on the fourth.
Fourth billion?
Yeah. For banks, it is
1 billion.
That's why it's always abstract. They're going to put the next billion in there. We said the second billion network, we wouldn't.
Exactly. The next billion, everybody's next.
Everybody's next.
Right. So what that means is people are willing to carry their cell phone with them, but they don't want to carry cash. Okay. So how can you build a system where we can put the money inside the cell phone so that when I carry my cell phone, the cash is with me? And that's exactly what Obopay is. So in this presentation, I'll talk about what it takes to build a payment service, the platform, an outline of Obopay's unique approach that makes them different than other services. So you may have a lot of questions. So okay, why Obopay? Where is my money? Where do I get the money from, and how do I send it? Is it safe? So I have a really old phone. I mean, this is a really old phone. Would it work in this phone? And what are the fees? I mean, you said it. Normally in PayPal or this kind of service, they have hidden fees that they don't tell you about. So what are those? So I'm going to explore all that question in my presentation. So I just got this image from a blog last night where a person talks about, I'm going to read it. So I run a small business and tell clients to pay me with Obopay. I skip the fees and I get the money immediately. So this is actually helping the small business owners a lot to skip the fees and collect all the payment. And also, my son uses Obopay to get paid in his own business too, mowing lawns. I just want to throw it there. So this is like the big architecture of what Obopay is. So I'm going to spend some time explaining what it is. So there are 4 different ways you can actually communicate to the server or communicate to the service. So one through SMS. The second one so you can install the service or the application of Obopay in your cell phone. You can interact with that. And you can go to web, and you can also interact with Obopay through the web. And this is a voice interactive system that you can also use. Okay, so this is the server. This is a very simple structure actually. This is the server which gets all the requests, and this is the back end, the database. And it goes there and processes the payment, and if there is a bank involved, that's the banking information. So very simple structure, no rocket science. So okay, in case you didn't get any of that from the last slide, this is what it is actually. So you simply send a message from your phone to Obopay server using an application or using an SMS. The server validates the request and sends the money back. As simple as that. So, of course, the question is, where is the money, right? So there is a prepaid debt model. So what you can do is, if you want to send money to somebody, you have to open an account with them. You can always pay them by credit card, debit card. You can always link up your bank account with them. And whenever you send money, there's a 25 cents fee. It's good for a certain amount, so they don't let you transfer more than a certain amount, and they don't say what that is on the website. And the receiving money is free. And you can actually go and add the money in an Obopay merchant locations. You can do that through interactive voice response. You can do that through the website. And you can also go to the customer service rep. That's what I mentioned. Once again, this is just so you can, for mobile phone, it can communicate to another mobile phone. From mobile phone, you can communicate to a merchant point of sale through a website, and you can have an Obopay prepaid debit card. This is some of the technological specification for some of you who love technology. It runs on J2ME and .NET, and they're working on making it work on these platforms as well. And the best thing is actually it can work on all the cell phones that we have out there: Nokia, Motorola, Samsung, Sony. So it's very compatible. So this is why actually I chose to talk about Obopay, because they just formed in August. They just formed an initiative called Bank a Billion with Grameen Phone in Bangladesh. So what their mission is, they want to have a system using which there are lots of people in the developing country who don't have a bank, and they want to make sure that everybody in those countries have services to all the banking facilities. For example, they will have a savings account, they will be able to do money transfer, payments, microcredit without going to a bank physically through this service. And that's their goal. By 2018, everybody in the developing countries should have this kind of facility. And that's why I actually asked that question, whether you have any plan to make the technology available to the developing country eventually. Well, that's it, I guess. So if there is a question, I'm happy to take it.
One specific question about this. What is unique about Obopay compared to the other models that we already saw? Because you said there were some unique features.
Well, first of all, it doesn't require SMS. It doesn't require to add applications. It's SMS to SMS. That's very simple. For example, whenever it asks me to download something in my cell phone, I don't want to do it. So that's one feature I really liked. One thing is it's really simple, simplicity. And I didn't come across any other companies in the U.S. For example, PayPal is similar, but they do most of the stuff through the web. This is more of like a cell phone stuff. So that's kind of unique feature to them. So they focus on the cell phone only.
Okay, so actually I think all the other ones, the Smart Money, Gcash, and the M-Pesa also just use SMS. You don't really need to install anything. Makes it more convenient if you have something in the same menu.
Right.
But they do have an option to use it without downloading an application to your phone. And I think PayPal has a similar thing where you can just use SMS. Just plain SMS with it.
Right. The other reason is because they paired up with Grameen, and then they have a better mission to help